Today's lesson point is I'm on a mission to go fishing for people.
Oh, hey kids, it's your old pal Uncle Kenny here. Now, I want to ask you guys to stay strong because we're going to get to see you and worship with you again real soon, so hang in there. Now, you're probably wondering why I have a fishing pole and I'm wearing all this fishing stuff. Well, I have a question and we'll kind of explain all this. What's the first thing you think about when I say fishing? Some of you might think about fathers and sons. Others might think about grandfathers and granddaughters. Still others might think about fun family fishing trips. Sometimes not so fun. Now, a few of you, mostly adults, think of the quiet solitude with nature while fishing. But sadly, some of you have never experienced going fishing. But that's okay, because I'm going to tell you a story that will make you, yes, you, fish for people. I'll explain. This story begins a long, long time ago, about the time of Jesus. The story begins in a small little fishing town called Galilee. Now, most of the families in this fishing town earn their living by fishing. But one special day, two brothers, Simon, also known as Peter, and his older brother Andrew, began their day like every other day, taking their boat out on the Sea of Galilee and throwing out their nets to catch fish. But this day was a bit different. They had spent most of the day throwing out their nets, pulling them back in, throwing out the nets, pulling them back in, over and over and over again. But they didn't catch so much as a tiny little goldfish. Absolutely nothing. So Simon, also known as Peter, was just fed up and tired. But he and Andrew were pulling in their nets just to call it quits and go home. Then a man was walking up the shoreline. He saw the two brothers full of frustration, ready to give up, and he called out to them and he said, "Throw out your nets one more time." So Simon thought to himself, this guy just must be a little cuckoo, or the hot sun has just baked his brain and made him crazy. So Simon Peter said to the man, "Sir, look, we've been fishing since the sun came up all day long and we have not caught one single fish." But when Simon looked into the man's face, he instantly felt a sense of calm and peace and absolute trust in that man. So Simon Peter agreed, and along with Andrew, they threw their nets back on in the ocean one more time. And within a few seconds, there was a huge tug in the lines, so strong that the boat tipped over to one side. Simon and Andrew grabbed the lines and began to pull in the nets, but they couldn't. They kept trying and soon realized that their nets were just so full of fish, more than they've ever seen. They tried pulling the nets again and again, but they couldn't. So they called out to their friends who were fishing nearby, James, John, and their father Zebedee. And they came running over quickly, and they all struggled to get the nets in the boat. They tried, and after several tries with all their strength, they finally got all the fish into the boat. There were so many fish that there wasn't even a place to sit down. Wow. Now, once they got the boat back to shore, Simon jumped out of the boat and he walked up to the man. He fell to his knees and he said, "Sir, you have blessed us. But who are you and how did you know about the fish?" And the man said, "I am Jesus." Now, I want to stop right here because the next words that he says comes right from the Bible, from Mark chapter 1, verse 17, and it goes like this. "Come follow me," Jesus said, "and I will show you how to fish for people." Now, right then, without question, Simon Peter and Andrew dropped their nets, left their boat behind, and followed Jesus. Now, Jesus also caught up to James and John, who left their boat with their father and also followed Jesus. These were the first 4 disciples of Jesus. Now, here's a question for you. What did Jesus mean by "follow me and I'll show you how to fish for people"? Anyone? Well, I'll tell you. You see, Jesus wanted his disciples to go out and spread the good news about his salvation to all people, making them disciples so that they can go out and spread the good news to even more people, and so on and so on. Think of it like this. You and I, we're the fishermen. Jesus is the bait. And the lost people, or non-Christians, are the fish. And the shore home is heaven. So our goal is to catch as many fish as possible with the powerful bait of salvation, which comes from Jesus, so that we can eventually go home. Now, that's our mission. So remember, kids, today's lesson point is,
I'm on a mission to go fishing for people.
well, that's it for today, kids. But if you want to know more about this awesome story, stay tuned for Connect HQ coming right up. So, until next time, this is your old pal Uncle Kenny saying so long.